This is a story of a man named Alonzo. Alonzo is an ordinary man. Well, except for his name. In fact, he has the most unordinary name out of anyone in the country. Anyway, Alonzo has a very normal morning regiment that he performed every single day of every single week of every single month of every single year. He wakes up at exactly 5:37, gets out of bed, uses the restroom, takes a shower, gets dressed, eats his cereal, and then waits to go to work. At 6:34, he gets in his car and leaves for work. Alonzo works at a very ordinary company, Sofas and Pens Incorporated. He walked into his building as usual, but noticed something was off. He couldn't quite put his finger on it. Was it that Jerry hadn't made coffee like he always did? No, he could certainly put his finger on that. Perhaps it had been that he didn't say hello to the secretary on his way in. No, she hadn't even been there today. Wait a second, that was it. There was nobody in the entire office. Alonzo decided to go to his office and get to work as usual. Maybe there was an employee party that he was not invited to. Had Alonzo just seen a gorilla? No, pets aren't allowed in the office. Anyway, Alonzo walked into his office. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, except that picture on his wall that was tilted 3 degrees to the left. After adjusting it, he noticed a manila folder on his desk. It was from his cousin Broderick, which was odd because he thought Broderick was in Canada. He read the note.
Alonzo, I don't have much time to explain. In fact, I really don't have time to write this note. God, I'm wasting time. Listen, you've got to go to your boss's office. Don't ask questions. Just go. Sincerely, your cousin Broderick.
Alonzo knew his cousin well, and he knew that he was no fibber. He knew he had to go to his boss's office at once. Luckily, his boss's office was right around the corner. When he got there, he found that the door was locked, which was odd because his boss was always available. He took a few giant steps back, braced himself, and ran headlong into the door, which opened at the last second. Alonzo recovered from his initial shock and saw the gorilla sitting at his boss's desk. He was not sure how to respond. He just stood there staring at it. Then, out of nowhere, the gorilla pulled off its face. Wait, no. It was just a mask, revealing Jerry. What was Jerry doing here? And if he was here, why hadn't he made coffee? Something was very wrong with today. Could Alonzo have done something wrong? Could this all be his fault? He tried to remember if he forgot to do something this morning. Then it hit him like a sack of potatoes. He had forgotten to look at his calendar this morning. That must be why everything was so out of whack today, and why no one was in the office but Jeff. Jeff was there for a costume surprise birthday party. That explains the gorilla mask. Now it all made sense. Alonzo hadn't done anything wrong, but in fact, he'd done everything right. Jerry got up and told Alonzo to follow him for a surprise. Alonzo, confident in his conclusion of the whole event, followed Jerry gleefully as Jerry led him to the break room. When they got to the break room, both Alonzo and Jerry walked into the room, and then the door closed.